Hello, good afternoon, um, or whatever time it is for you who are watching. Um, I wanted to talk about the real Sabbath, um, the mystery of the true Sabbath, or what is the Sabbath. Um, well, there's a lot of debate amongst groups and denominations and people about what's the Sabbath. You've got um, all these different groups, and I'm not even gonna name the groups. We all know the groups. Some people say it's Saturday, some people say it's Sunday, and some people say it's based on the new moon cycles, and it changes like every new moon um, to a different day of the week. All these things are interesting concepts, and they all have everyone's got the reasons why they think it is what it is. Although I'm gonna just admit I don't really know the exact reason why it's based off the new moon. Um, Maybe it has something to do with the farming cycles or something with astrology, but um, when by astrology I mean more like timekeeping, using the planets and stars as a form of signs as signs to keep time more than like divination, because divination is stated in the Bible that it's a it's forbidden. So anyway, uh, Saturday, Sunday, or is it the new moon cycles, or is there other groups out there that think it's something else, or when we get into these other religions, besides just Christianity and Judaism, they all have their own. They think this day of the week is this, and this day of the week is this. Well, if we go into the planets and how the Greeks and I don't know, probably the Greeks, but actually, again, I'm not sure if it was the Greeks, Romans, and basing the planets off of the days of the week based off the planets, and the seven planets, like a hermetic. So everything isn't divided into sevens, um, principles and things like that. Each day of the week is a different planet. Well, that's your pagan. That's your kind of pagan polytheistic mystery Babylon aspect or uh, take on this. But when I think about that, I start thinking about how all these days of the week that people, all these different religions and things are claiming it is. Like Buddhism is, I think a lot of people in Buddhism, it's Wednesday is their special day. Not saying that they call it the Sabbath or anything like that, but their day of like whatever worship or whatever it is that they do, their rituals and things. But Islam's got something special about Friday. But the point I'm making here is people argue over what the Sabbath actually is, and well, basically, anyway, let's get back to that. The Sabbath, obviously, some people say it's Sunday because they say that Christ was resurrected on Sunday, Sunday after or like the Sunday of Passover. Well, also there's the idea that it's Saturday because Saturday is Shabbat in Hebrew, or Sabbat, or Sabbath. So you get that, and to me, I'm gonna tell you my personal take. I choose to acknowledge it on Saturday because of that. Because I kind of think when you look at the words and what the words say, let the words speak for themselves. It's like, well, God is the word, right? And all the words, the language is confused, but you can kind of link your languages together through etymology and phonetics and linguistics, and kind of get back to maybe that original language we had before the Tower of Babel incident and the confusing of the tongues. But that's why I choose that day out of the week. And people all have their reasons, but honestly, Sabbath, does it not represent the seventh day, the God's day of rest, after creating the world in 6 days? So in reality, there is only one seventh day. um, the seventh day, and that was the seventh day, and that was it. You know, we have it in our mind that it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it starts over, but really, no, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so on. And now, just how we number the years, we if we numbered the days, like a total days of all of existence and history, of the world. Who knows what day we're on? But there was only one seventh day. And so we can say, oh yeah, every seventh day we're gonna, if we knew what all the calendars and everything has changed so much, that's like, who knows by now what, if you're gonna go based off the original seventh day and then start it over every 7 days to make weeks like that, who knows, how to link it back to the original seventh day at this point. It's all been too confused, just like the tongues have been confused. The calendars have all changed so much. And the different calendars are all based off of different styles of astrology and astronomy or whatever, things like that. But so who knows, right? Who knows what the seventh day was if you reset it every 7 days and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who knows how to start out at the original seventh day? What is this idea of splitting the days into sevenths anyway? Well, I think part of it is that Hermetica, Mystery Babylon side of things, but then another part of it may be, oh yeah, it's because God created the world in 6 days, and then the seventh is the day of rest, so we're going to split all of our days into set groups of 7s like that. Anyway, to get to the point, even though I personally choose to recognize it on Saturday because of what I think, because of language, what I think is actually most important, what really is the bottom line here to me, is that you do take a day of rest. Every 7th day you rest. It doesn't matter what your first day is necessarily. And forgive me if I'm preaching something that's blasphemous here, but this is my point of view. If you just divide your days, we all go off a system that's divided into 7 days anyway. When you look at the calendar, we have weeks, so it's all divided in 7 days. So you just pick one day out of the week, and you can make that your 7th day, and then you make that your day of rest. You make that your day of worship and praise, and remembering getting close with God, and rest and recuperate, and get away from the world and all this stuff in the world, because it draws you away from God. So that's my take on it, and that's kind of a way of reconciling all these different camps that are arguing over what the 7th day really is, and that's just how I look at it. So I hope this video maybe helped you in some way. If you like it, thanks. Do all the share, subscribe, and like, subscribe, but mostly share. And thank you for watching, and I hope you all take care. Thank you.